Throughout all of this drama surrounding the Cleveland Cavaliers organization with the Kyrie Irving trade to the Celtics for Isaiah Thomas and everything else, nobody's really paying attention to the fact that Russell Westbrook has been offered the biggest contract in NBA history and has chosen to not sign it and become a free agent. Is Russell Westbrook really leaving the OKC Thunder? You guys are not going to believe what I got for you. If you didn't know, we pin an Amazon gift card at the top of our comment section on every single video. All you have to do to win is drop a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications by hitting the bell. Being one of the first people to our videos every day gives you the greatest opportunity to win. Alright, what's good YouTube? Bringing you guys another video like I do every single day here on the Sport Hub channel. Once again, bringing you guys the latest news, latest rumors around the league. And obviously there's been so much drama surrounding LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, the Cleveland Cavaliers in general. Just this year's offseason has just been the craziest in NBA history. Every single day there's a new headline. Every single week there's a new move to be made. Everything has just been ridiculous. So it's been covering up some of the nonchalant stories in the NBA. But this one, I don't even understand how it's been covered up for so long. A couple of months back, earlier on in the offseason, Russell Westbrook was offered the biggest contract in NBA history to re-sign with the OKC Thunder after they acquired Paul George in the trade from the Indiana Pacers. A lot of things are starting to add up. I'm going to point out a lot of details surrounding this and just as to why he hasn't signed this contract and why he's choosing to become a free agent over it all. You guys aren't going to believe this, so make sure you guys stick around to the end to catch up on all the details. And real quick, if you want to be entered in our Amazon or iTunes gift card giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel if you're not already, drop a like on the video, comment down below, and turn on notifications by hitting the bell. Being one of the first people to our videos each and every single day gives you the greatest opportunities, so keep all of that in mind. But let's get right into all of the details surrounding this. So basically the OKC Thunder about late June, early July were basically trying to re-sign Russell Westbrook after his reigning MVP season, one of the craziest individual statistic filled seasons of all time, if not the most, averaging a triple-double, definitely deserving of the 5-year $207 million deal, basically on the table, basically one of the biggest contracts in NBA history. But keeping all of that in mind, Russell Westbrook 2 months later hasn't even re-signed with them yet. And this is crazy to me, but at the same time, it's all starting to make sense as to why he's leaving the Thunder. Let me get into a couple of details surrounding this. Now, basically, obviously you know, the main headline at the beginning of the offseason was surrounding Paul George and where he was going to end up. With him being traded to the OKC Thunder, it didn't really make much sense to me. He was heavily rumored to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, Houston Rockets, even San Antonio Spurs or Blazers. Obviously, the entire NBA wanted a piece of Paul George. He's an all-star caliber talent, obviously, 20-plus point per game machine. Everybody knows Paul George. Him coming off that injury completely turned his career around, definitely deserving of everything coming to him. Basically, it wasn't publicly known that the OKC Thunder were even involved in this trade scenario, and randomly one night, I seen the breaking news pop up. Paul George is traded for Oladipo. This didn't make much sense to me at all because there was plenty of other factors, plenty of other assets that the Indiana Pacers could have traded for that would have been definitely more valuable for Paul George, basically to center their franchise around in their rebuild mode that they started this year. But it doesn't seem like it adds up, and honestly, I didn't really think too much of it at the time. I was kind of just like, alright, whatever, I like that move, obviously, pairing him alongside Westbrook would be great, but now it's all starting to make sense. Basically, Paul George was rumored to go to LA. He said it after, the season ended, the playoffs concluded, that he didn't want to play for the Indiana Pacers after the upcoming season. He was going to demand to be either traded this year or become a free agent next year, and they get absolutely nothing in return for him leaving and him being their franchise player. That would be very detrimental because they would go into rebuild mode with nothing to fall back on. So like I said, he was rumored to want to play in LA. He said himself he wants to play there. But then again, later on, after this trade was actually, concluded, he said that he wants to see how this season plays out before he makes a decision, because obviously his contract still runs throughout this season. He becomes a free agent after the year anyways, but that is exactly what Russell Westbrook's got going on as well. So that, if you can't piece it together by now, is starting to add up. Now, Russell Westbrook has been rumored to want to play in LA as well. Obviously, we know he's got ties there, So it makes a lot of sense to the fact of maybe he just wants to test the waters this year with the OKC Thunder, see if they improve, see if they can be championship contenders with Paul George and everything they got going on right now. Maybe he will stay. But then again, why would he basically keep it aligned with Paul George with their contracts and both become a free agent in the same offseason if they're on the exact same team already? Probably because they just want to see how things go right now and see what they can do in next year's offseason. See if they can pair alongside in LA or another franchise that gives them an even better opportunity to win. Now maybe they join this year on purpose just to form chemistry for next season, see if they'll be successful or unsuccessful while playing in OKC, getting that chemistry together. Keeping all of this in mind, obviously Paul George didn't have a lot of say in his trade scenario, but who really knows what's going on behind closed doors? Because like I said, it wasn't publicly known that the OKC Thunder were even close to being in the running to get a Paul George, especially trading Victor Oladipo. Are you serious? How could that deal actually be in play when Oladipo's contract was actually worth more than Paul George's? So basically, the Pacers trade away Paul George just to get a player that's more expensive, a bigger contract, and is obviously way worse, nowhere near the caliber talent that Paul George is. This kind of makes sense. Maybe they just wanted to team up alongside in OKC as of right now, gain that on-court chemistry, and if things don't work out, maybe they can just see things a different way. Maybe Russell Westbrook will re-sign, Paul George will leave, go to the Lakers or another franchise, or maybe they'll both leave and sign somewhere else. Or lastly, the third option, they'll re-sign there and everything will be good. They stay in OKC. There's three options on the table right there that all could potentially happen, and they're very likely to happen. I don't see any other options on the table, but just the fact of you can't really say that everything is a coincidence, because in the NBA, they take business very, very seriously, obviously, and everybody looks into every single detail. People don't just make trades out of nowhere. This isn't 2K. They don't just wake up and want to trade their franchise player to a franchise for no reason. I feel like they discussed it with Paul George. He wanted to play alongside Russell Westbrook, see if they have great chemistry, winning potential, and see if he'll actually, like playing for that franchise or move on with his career next season after the playoffs, along with Westbrook teaming up in LA or somewhere else. The Los Angeles Lakers are heavily prepared for the free agency, for the offseason next year, getting rid of a lot of the players that took up the cap space, having that young talent in Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and many more. Obviously, they're ready to bring in some superstars in Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. Whoever is a free agent next year, they're definitely going to put their offers on the table for that. So that is why I think that Russell Westbrook could possibly be leaving the OKC Thunder. He's not re-signing, having one of the biggest contracts in NBA history, 5 years, $207 million deal, guaranteed, on the table, hasn't re-signed. He likes playing for the OKC Thunder. He put up the numbers he wanted. They built the team around him. They gave him that contract. That's the only explanation as to why he wouldn't re-sign there. He just doesn't necessarily know what the future holds, and he could be looking at other opportunities, better chances of winning, because at the end of the day, Golden State Warriors, San Antonio Spurs, they're all at the top of the conference. He's going to be alongside up there, but does he really have enough talent to take down a team with 4 Hall of Famers on it? Definitely not. Steven Adams, Canner, Robertson, those players are not enough depth to take on Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. So Westbrook's probably looking at the future, thinking, all right, there's no need to re-sign right now. I'm still going to have probably a similar contract, if not a bigger one, after this upcoming season. Why waste, what I could do right now when I could do it in the future? So keeping all of that in mind, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this entire situation. Why hasn't Russell Westbrook re-signed his contract with the Thunder, even though it's obvious he wants to play there? Do you think he's going to leave the Thunder? Do you think Paul George is going to leave the Thunder? And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to be entered in our Amazon or iTunes gift card giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel if you're not already, drop a like on this video, comment down below, and turn notifications on by hitting the bell. Keeping all of that in mind, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.